In the last session, we have introduced what a PHP can do, and we have seen how to write PHP code. All the PHP files will have extension .php, and to include PHP, you have to write the PHP statements between less than $PHP and a question mark greater than. And we have seen a simple example to print hello world on a web page. And the statement used for that was echo and within quotation hello world. And every statement in PHP should end with a semicolon, like in C. Next, we will see how to put comments in PHP. Comments are used in any program for representing some information about the code. Suppose you have written 2 or 3 lines of code and you want to mention what these 3 lines of code do. Then you can put a comment there so that it will be useful for someone else who is looking into the code, or maybe yourself. When you look at the program at a later point of time, you will not be getting what I have done here. In that case, this comments will be useful for understanding what this particular piece of code does. And in PHP, you can put comments in 3 ways. If you are putting a single line comment, you can use a double slash and write the comment after the double slash. Or else you can use a hash symbol and then put a single line comment. But if you have a comment which extends more than 1 line, then it has to be put between slash, star and star slash. For example, this PHP code has a comment print a welcome message. So this is not part of the actual code. This just gives an information about what this line does. But normally you don't have to put a comment for echo hello world, but for explaining what a comment is, I've just used this example. For simple things like this, you don't normally have to put a comment, but if you're doing some complex thing, you can put some comments here. Another way to put the comment is like this. Instead of double slash, you can use the hash symbol. And if you have more than 1 line of comment like this, then you can put the comment between slash, star and star slash. Next, we will see how to write variables in PHP. You know that variables are names of storage locations in memory which holds a value. Like in any other programming language, PHP also has variables. But in PHP, every variable name should start with the symbol $. After the $, the name can contain only alphabets, digits or underscore. And the condition is that after the $, you can put either an alphabet or underscore. Then you can put any alphabet, digit or underscore. So for example, $ABC is okay. $_ABC is okay. $1ABC is not okay, because after the $, you should put an alphabet or underscore. And in PHP, variable names are case sensitive. That means these 2 variables, $marks and $marks, are 2 different variables, because here all the letters are lowercase letters, but here M is capital. Hence these 2 are 2 different variables. Let's consider this program. This program has 3 variables, fno, sno and sum. I'm assigning a value 10 to fno, assigning a value 20 to sno, and then putting the sum of these 2 values into sum, and then I'm printing that. So this will print 30. So let's try that in the code. Say for example, $fno is equal to 10, $sno is equal to 20, and say $sum is equal to $fno plus sno. Then finally we can print out the sum. Okay, so let's save this file. Open this in a browser. You can see 30 is the answer here. So this way you can use the variables in PHP. And scope of a variable in PHP is defined as follows. Like in any other programming language, scope of a variable defines where the variable can be accessed in a program. In PHP, there are three different scopes for a variable: local, global, and static. So first we'll take a local scope. Local variables are declared inside a function. We haven't seen a function in PHP yet, but it is exactly same as a function in C. So you already know the concept of function. So when you are declaring a variable inside a function, that variable will be a local variable which can be used only inside that function. You cannot use that variable outside the function. So consider this example. Here, this is how we will write a function in PHP. We will see this in detail at a later point of time, but hopefully this will make sense to you. Function find sum. This means find sum is a function, and inside the function I have 4 lines of statement which finds the sum of 2 numbers. And this is where the function ends. And this is how we will call the function in PHP. Name of the function, open, close, and then semicolon. So when you call the function, it will jump to this function and then it will print 30. But after calling that, if I just write echo $sum, this will not work because sum is a variable which is declared inside the function find sum. So this variable has a local scope which cannot be used outside the function. So that means you cannot use the variable sum outside the function find sum. So this will not work, but this will work. Okay, so this is what is meant by a local variable in PHP. Global variables are variables which are declared outside all the functions, and these variables can be accessed only from outside a function. So consider this example. $marks is equal to 10. Here marks is a variable which is declared outside the function print marks, and inside the print marks function I am having a statement echo marks, and after the function definition we are calling the function print marks. So the statement will be executed in the following order. Marks is equal to 10. This is the function, this will not work now, but here we are calling the function print marks, so this will jump to this line and it will say echo marks. So you'll be expecting this to print 10, but it will not print 10 because in PHP global variables cannot be accessed inside a function. So this will not work, but if I use the statement echo marks outside the statement, outside the function, it will work. So this will print 10, but this will not work. But you can make a global variable accessible within a function using a keyword global. So same example, here there is a slight change. Function print marks, here I am using a keyword global marks. So this means that this function can use the global variable marks. So in this case, this will work because we are saying that marks is a global variable. So you go and fetch the value from the global variable. So this will print 10. This will again print 10 because it is already outside the function. This echo statement is outside the function. So this will also print 10. So you will get 2 10s. Finally, we will see static variable. Static variables are declared inside a function using the keyword static. It retains a value even after exiting from the function. So let's see this example. Function print num. So let's try this in action. So I will delete all this statement. I am defining a function. In PHP, this is how we will define a function. Let's say print num is the function name. And here I am declaring a variable $x is equal to 10. Then I am printing the value of x. Then I am incrementing the value by 10. $x plus 10. So let's see this. What will happen? Nothing is happening because I've just written the function. I haven't called the function. So to make things work, we have to call the function, and to call the function, we have to just write the name of the function. So this will call the function, and let's see the change. So you are getting 10. And then if I call the function again and again, so what will happen? So first time it will go here, x will become 10, it will print 10. Then the value of x will be incremented by 10, so x will become 20, and it will come back. Again print num will be called, this will go again here, and then you will be getting a value. So let's see what we are getting. So you are getting 10, 10, 10. Because every time a function is exited, the values inside the function will be deleted. So the 10 will be lost, or the 20 will be lost when you get out of the function. But if I declare this variable as static, now let's see the change. Now it has become 10, 20, 30. Because the first time print num will go here, x will be 10, echo 10, then 20. Again you will call the print num. This time this line will not work. It will remember the last value. So you will get 20. 20 will be incremented by 10, and it will become 30. You will call that again. So 30 will be printed again. So this is the static variable in PHP. Next we will see what are the different data types in PHP. PHP is a loosely typed language. That means you don't have to specify the data type of a variable in PHP. In C programming language, you'll have to declare a variable before using it with the data type of that variable. For example, int a. But in PHP, you don't have to declare a variable with its data type. PHP will automatically assign a data type to the variable depending on the value stored in it. So if you are writing $x is equal to 10, then x will become integer automatically. If you are writing $p is equal to 3.14, then p will become a floating point number automatically. So that is why it is called a loosely typed language. And the different data types in PHP are integer, float, boolean, null, string, and array. So let's take one by one. Integer, as the name indicates, it represents integer numbers. It must have at least one digit. It can be positive or negative. So example is this one. Here there are three integer variables, fno, sno, ssum. Because all of them are having value 10, 20, and 10 plus 20 will be again an integer. So all these will become automatically integer. Next is float. It represents a real number with a decimal point. So here again automatically fno will become a floating point number, sno will become a floating point number, hence sum will also become a floating point number. Boolean will represent two values, true or false. So if you are having something like this, past is equal to true, echo past. So this will automatically become a Boolean variable. It can have only two values, true or false. And null is used to represent nothing. When your variable has no value in it, then you can write null. So if I say mobile number is equal to null, then mobile number will be having value nothing. So null means nothing. Like in database management system, here also null means no value. The last two data types, strings and arrays, will be explained at a later session. Okay, so with this we will conclude the session, and in this session we have seen how to use variables in PHP and what are the different data types in PHP. So see you in the next session with more in PHP. Thank you.